Yes, all the students. The last unit is AC voltage controller, where we have done AC voltage controller with resistor load derivation and the problem. So for external examination, we are going to obtain AC voltage regulator with the inductive load. Let us see what is the circuit of the AC voltage regulator or controller with inductive load. So AC voltage controller contains two SCRs connected in anti-parallel or back-to-back. AC voltage controller converts the fixed AC voltage to variable AC voltage with the same frequency. Frequency is not changed here, only the output voltage. So what is the operation? So theory operation, we know. So inductive load means every inductive load has got its own internal resistance. So we represent by RL during the positive off cycle. So how to write in the examination? During the positive off cycle, A is greater than B. We assume the positive and negative as A and B. During the positive off cycle of input AC supply, A is greater than B. Therefore, direction of the current starts from the point A. Now you can see A. And from A to the current enters first anode terminal of SCR T1. Therefore, T1 is turned on. We give the firing pulse. The current flows from A to T1 and from T1 to the load. From load to the point B. So during this process, inductor energizes, stores energy. Now you can see the current direction. So this is the input AC supply. Right, this is the input AC supply. Now we are giving the firing pulse to the SCR-T1. Let us draw the firing current, gate pulses. Let us assume at alpha equal to 30 degrees. I am applying the firing pulses. Yes, 60 we have taken here. Anywhere we can place. So SCR-T1 is on. When SCR is on, it transfers the input energy to the output. We'll see that particular graph. So output voltage we will draw, it will be similar to the input. Now, what is the nature of the inductor? If I am having the inductor, current flowing through the inductor will not increase suddenly or decrease suddenly. Therefore, current increases exponentially at omega t is equal to alpha. Inductor current is starting and it reaches the maximum value at omega t is equal to 180 degrees. And then it starts to de-energize. As we are using very large value of inductor will never de-energize completely. It de-energizes very slowly and immediately starts to energize. So this current waveform is very much important. So thyristor SCR T1 is on, inductor current, and now we are drawing the output voltage. So when SCR is on, then only the output voltage is transferred from input to output. So this particular portion, no energy is transferred to the output. So output voltage starts from the alpha. Okay. Now what happens during the negative off cycle of input AC supply? So if you see, right now during the negative off cycle of input AC supply, now the voltage at point B is greater than voltage at point A. That is, B is greater than A. Therefore, direction of the current starts from the point B. If the current enters this terminal first, it becomes the positive. So current flows from B to load, from load to the SCR T2. Current is entering SCR T2 anode terminal and T1 is off. So T2 is on and from T2 to the point A. This during the negative off cycle. You can see T2 is on. Now what is the proof that I am converting fixed AC to variable AC? The current is flowing in opposite direction. If you see the positive off cycle, current flows from R to L. In negative off cycle, current is flowing from L to R. So therefore, since the current is flowing from L to R, the current flowing through the load will be in opposite direction here. So what is this beta? Okay, now you see for continuous current, beta is equal to pi plus alpha. So the as at omega t is equal to pi, input voltage is 0, but output current is not 0, it is maximum. So output current will become 0 after omega t is equal to pi, which is called the beta. Beta is equal to pi plus alpha. Beta is equal to pi plus alpha for continuous current, and for discontinuous current, beta is less than pi plus alpha. So we are taking only the continuous current explanation. That's why we assume here beta is equal to pi plus alpha. Okay. Now from beta, the current increases in opposite direction, as you can see. Inductor energizes, de-energizes, and at omega t is equal to 2 pi, inductor starts to de-energize. It reaches maximum value and starts to de-energize. Same process repeats continuously. So no need to draw this VT1 and VT2. So this is what the theory which we have done in fully controlled converter. Only simple explanation difference is nothing but the current flows in opposite direction. That's why the inductor current energizes in opposite direction. Right. So everybody can write during positive off cycle what happens and during negative off cycle with simple graph. Now let us move to the derivative part, which is important. Let me share the derivation. Now if you see the textbooks, the derivation, right, textbook to textbook derivations are different. Now this particular derivation, which you are able to see on the screen right now, AC voltage controller with RL load. So fifth unit, this is an important question. So output RMS voltage. AC voltage controller convert fixed AC to variable AC. Therefore, output RMS voltage we are supposed to calculate. If it is a converter, it converts AC to DC. We are supposed to calculate average voltage only. So output RMS voltage for single phase AC voltage controller with RL load. So first, as we already know, RMS voltage basic formula is what? Root. So we have taken whole power 1 by 2. Mean, average of the graph is pi. Root of the mean of the square of the quantity, square of the voltage. So what is V? V is Vm sin omega t. So we have written, and the CR is conducting not from alpha to pi. It is inductive load alpha to beta. Beta is equal to pi plus alpha for continuous current and less than pi plus alpha for discontinuous current. So we have taken as SCR is turned on at alpha and current flowing through the SCR is 0 at beta, not pi. At pi it is maximum. So alpha to beta, V is nothing but Vm sin omega t, V square m sin square omega t, d omega t. So we brought V square m outside, alpha to beta sin square omega t, d omega t whole power 1 by 2. So sin square omega t, what is of basic formula? 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. Trigonometric basics. So now let us say 1 by 2, applying the integration, and cos 2 omega t by 2. So integration of 1 by 2 d omega t is omega t by 2 under the limits alpha to beta, and here it is integration of cos is sine. Integration of sine is minus cos. Integration of cos is sine. Cos 2 omega t is sine 2 omega t by 2. Already 2 is present, so it becomes 4. So now V square m by pi into beta minus alpha. Here just substituting beta minus alpha is sine 2 beta minus alpha is sine beta sine 2 alpha. So here if you take the minus multiplication, whole power 1 by 2 remains as it is. So we get this particular expression sine 2 alpha by 4 minus sine 2 beta by 4. So what is the output expression? V naught RMS equal to, let us say V square m, pi I am bringing inside, V square m into beta minus alpha by 2 pi plus sine 2 alpha minus sine 2 beta by 4 pi whole power 1 by 2. V naught RMS equal to Vm into, so applying the square root for this one. So square get cancel, root and square, and we are keeping the square for this particular right hand side expression, beta minus alpha by 2 pi plus sine 2 alpha minus sine 2 beta by 4 pi. So AC voltage controller with resistive load is different formula which you have done earlier. With inductive load is V naught RMS equal to Vm into beta minus alpha by 2 pi plus sine 2 alpha minus sine 2 beta by 4 pi. Now let us take one problem on this derivation. So we have to remember this particular problem. Let us share the new screen. I hope the new problem is visible now. So external examination, they will ask the derivation as well as the problem. Any problem, how we are solving is challenging part. A single phase AC voltage controller or regulator is used for controlling the power flow from the source 230 volts 50 hertz into a load. Now the load is resistor load. We have done the problem initially. Now the load is resist RL. So if they give the inductor value, they give in NRIS XL equal to 2 pi f into L. We have to calculate here directly. Omega L is equal to 4 ohms reactance value. They have given inductor value reactance. So calculate output RMS voltage and current, and output power means I naught square RMS into R. So as it is the inductive load and it is AC regulator, first you have to remember the formula. What is the formula for AC regulator or converter for inductive load? E naught RMS equal to Vm into beta minus alpha by 2 pi plus sin 2 alpha minus sin 2 beta by 4 pi whole power 1 by 2. And the input voltage given is 230. It is always RMS voltage, what it is given in the problem. So we know omega is equal to 4 ohms given in the problem, which is omega means 2 pi f XL equal to 4 ohms. Now, what is our aim? We should find the value of beta, alpha and substitute in the formula. That's enough. So now you see E naught RMS is output RMS voltage of AC controller with inductive load. So first, this kind of problems, we are supposed to assume certain quantities. Phase angle, the angle between voltage and current. Phase angle is always tan inverse of omega L by R. Omega L given in the problem 4 and R is 5 given in the problem. We get phase angle is 38.65. Now you see firing angle. Firing angle we are supposed to assume, and we are supposed to take one with one assumption value, right? Firing angle is estimated value between phase angle phi and maximum firing angle. We all know maximum firing angle is 180 degrees. Okay, and now what is the minimum phase angle or minimum firing angle is 38.65 as per this problem. So the alpha value we are supposed to choose and assume between 38.65 and 180. So I am choosing the alpha value 60. You can assume 30, 40, 45 also. So let alpha is equal to 60. Then for continuous current, what is the formula? Beta is equal to pi plus alpha. Okay. For very large values of inductor, we obtain this expression. So now alpha we have calculated. What is the beta? Beta is pi plus alpha. We get 240. Okay. Next. Now you see how we are going to solve. So we require which quantities now in the expression? Alpha, beta, okay, and Vm. Vm is nothing but the input voltage. Input voltage given in the problem is RMS 230, but I want the Vm. So Vrms equal to Vm by root 2. Vm is equal to root 2 into Vrms, which is nothing but 325.25 peak voltage. We already know RMS voltage equal to peak voltage by root 2. Okay, or 0.707 into Vm. Peak voltage is 325.25. That's okay. We got Vm. We can substitute here in the formula. Just I am showing here 325.25. Now I want the alpha. So when you are doing the subtraction and division, I cannot write beta as 240 and alpha is 60. Angles only in multiplication you have to enter. So convert these angles into radians. What is the formula? Now you see. Alpha is 60 degrees, degree to radian. So 60 into 3.14 by 180. 1 degree is equal to 1 into 3.14 by 180. 60 degrees equal to 60 into 3.14 by 180, which is how much? 1.046. Alpha is equal to 1.046 into radians. Similarly, beta 240 degrees. 240 into 3.14 by 180. 4.1866. Now we are entering in the expression. Vm into beta minus alpha by 2 pi. Pi is in radians here. Sine 2 alpha. Here we have to take the angle. Minus sine 2 beta by 4 pi whole power 1 by 2. So we do get the E naught RMS value. So beta alpha value we are supposed to assume between phi and 180. That is the only thing. No direct explanation for this one. You can take any angle and it should be less than, it should be between phi and 180. Now what is output current? Output current is output voltage E naught RMS by Z, as it is the inductive load. So how to calculate this Z output current? Now you see here this one. I naught RMS equal to E naught RMS by Z. Z is equal to root of R square plus XL square. R and XL given in the problem, we'll get this Z as 5 ohms. And what is output power? P is equal to I square into R. So just go through this problem. So any problem on AC voltage controller with inductive load, this is the main procedure. So now let us share the problem formulas in this subject, power electronics. Many people get confused with the formulas. That's why we have taken this particular formula here. So let me share the screen. So all students, those who are having the confusion with the formulas, we just have a look at this one. Single phase AC voltage full converter with R load Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha, with RL load 2 Vm by pi into cos alpha. Next, with full converter with RL load and freely wheeling diode, then Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha. Once again the output voltage is increased. Now we got semi converter or off wave converter. Off wave converter means only one SCR. Off converter or semi converter means two SCRs and two diodes. So it is used only for one quadrant operation. Only the motor can rotate in only in one direction. Full converter, we can rotate the motor in both the directions. V average equal to Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha. Now AC voltage controller with R load. Vrms equal to Vm into pi minus alpha by 2 pi plus sin 2 alpha by 4 pi all power 1 by 2. And today we have done the derivation. AC voltage controller with RL load. Vm into beta minus alpha by 2 pi plus sin 2 alpha minus sin 2 beta by 4 pi. Three phase problems we have done. For full converter, we have taken derivation and the problem. If at all it is off, we get the denominator 2 pi. Okay.